Hey everyone. Today we're going to have a practice on breath that is in service of building capacity inside ourselves to be more settled in moments that are hard, and also to spend some more time kind of feeling into where our boundaries are, like where do we end, where does our environment begin, where do other people begin, and how can we make sure that we are protecting our own energy and not getting enmeshed with everything going on around us. So, as I offer this today, please remember, as always, that your no is as important as your yes. So if at any point you feel the desire to do something completely different than what I am offering, please do that thing. This is a space to practice that. This is a space to practice listening to your body and doing what it needs instead of what it's being told. So with that, find a comfortable position that's going to work for you, and know that you can change positions at any time that you need. And also know that it's at your choice, of course, to also have your eyes open or closed, or partially open the whole time, and change that up as much as you need as well. So once you are in a spot that's going to work for you, let's just begin by first noticing something either in our minds or in the space that is going to be comforting. So a lot of times when when many of us try to drop into our bodies too quickly, and maybe we're feeling tension and pain, it might feel too scary to stay there. So we're going to do a thing called titrating, which is just going out and coming back in, and going out and coming in, and also having some anchors to go out towards, whether that's in our minds, like an imagined comfort, or whether that's a thing in the space that feels comfortable. If there's a part in your body that might feel good or neutral, just in kind of doing a body scan head to toe, like, oh, I'm noticing that my right wrist actually feels okay today. If it feels good to have a part in your body also be an anchor, feel free to try that out as well. So if the comfort that you found was in your mind, go ahead and go to that place or person or thing or animal that you feel supported by. If you want to try out using your anchor in your body, go to that place that feels good or neutral. And if there's something you can either see in your space that's comforting to you, or something that you can hold that feels comforting to you, bring that thing in. Anytime that you start feeling overwhelmed by tension in your mind or in your body, go ahead and revisit those things before re-engaging with this practice, or perhaps in your day-to-day life. And after you've taken a few breaths into that place of comfort, go ahead and start to tune into the room a bit. And this can be, again, with eyes open or closed. We're getting a sense of the edges of the room. We're noticing exits, windows, doors. We're allowing our bodies to move in those directions. Again, eyes can be open or closed to physically see what you're looking at, if that's accessible to you, but you can also just move your body to kind of get a felt sense of what is around you. Go ahead and start to notice the surfaces your body is on. Are they rough? Are they soft? Can you feel something under your feet? Can you feel something under your hips? What is the temperature of the room against your skin? What is the temperature inside your body? How does kind of inside your skin feel different than outside of your skin temperature-wise? What are those boundaries? What are the textures of your clothing against you? Where do they start and end? Notice those boundaries. And if you can notice the surfaces underneath you in perhaps a different manner than you're used to, I would drop down the idea that these surfaces are coming up to meet us just as much as we are allowing gravity to, or experiencing gravity bringing us down to meet them. So there's this meeting point, there's this boundary point that maybe we can feel held up by, supported by. So see if you can start to get a sense for that, being held by the surfaces that you're on. And then maybe even starting to feel that the air around you is another container, is another surface that is holding you. And know that you can also use touch as a resource anytime you need, anytime that sounds nice. So placing a hand anywhere on your body that might need some extra support. So feel free to try that out now if you'd like. Maybe a hand on shoulder or chest or belly. Maybe face down on thighs if you need to ground a little bit. Maybe face up if you feel like you're really depleted and need some energy to come in from the universe. Then whenever you find a place that feels okay to be in, or okay enough, keep inviting in breath, keep inviting in any kind of movement or sway that you need to take. Keep noticing any resistance if you need to do something differently now. And if you feel okay where you are, go ahead and see if you can imagine some roots growing down from your feet. Or if you're laying down and your feet aren't planted, if it feels okay to plant them, you can try that out. Or imagine roots just coming out from your backside. And then see if you can notice a connection not only to roots, to grounding down, maybe to water. See if you can also notice a connection upward to the universe and having another sense of a place to pull energy from. So we can pull energy from the earth, we can pull energy from the sky, and just allow that to flow in and out of our own bodies to be more replenished, to not just use up our own reserves, but to feel connected both above and below, and use some of that energy. And as you breathe, see if you can allow either the sky or the ground to hold some of the things that you have been holding all by yourself. And if it's possible for you to imagine some kind of bubble or other protective container around you, go ahead and try to bring that to mind in a way that you're placing everyone and everything outside of that bubble at first. And you get to determine how close that bubble is to your body, or how far away it is. You can play with it. You get to determine what gets to come in, what needs to stay out, how permeable it is at any given moment. Are there things from your week that you need to return that weren't yours to begin with and that you need to return to someone? Emotional labor that wasn't yours, physical labor that you shouldn't have had to do. Notice your breath. Find your resource if you need it. Remember that you can always look around the room, you can always get up and move your body. You can always go to that imagined place in your mind. You can always touch that comforting thing in your space. Go ahead and notice your breath again. How expansive and flowing is it? As you inhale and exhale, can it fill up your abdomen? Can it fill up your chest? Can it bathe the length of your spine, from your neck down to your tailbone? Can you allow your body to sway with your breath? Just notice what's coming up for you. Where is your breath getting stuck? What feels tense? Just keep noticing, keep breathing. And notice that we can be aware of our tension while also continuing to breathe through it. I'm going to say that again. Notice that we can be aware of our tension while we also continue to breathe through it. And if you feel overwhelmed, you can go to your comforting resourced place. And as you exhale, imagine your breath is softening some of that tension. Maybe your breath is moving like a wave into that area and creating more room, more capacity, more spaciousness. Go ahead and take another few breaths and invite your exhales to be loud. Make any noise, allow any noise to come out that maybe has been suppressed. Take up some space with that noise, take up some space with your body. Release what is ready to let go, if anything is ready to let go, if anything is ready to soften. And take any movement of your body that you want, maybe a sway or a shake or a stretch. Allow your eyes to slightly open if they've been closed. Get reacquainted with your room. Feel your body maybe come back into the space, looking up and down, making sure you look in all directions, right, left, behind you. And then if you feel called to look back at the screen, you're welcome to do that. Just notice what re-engaging now feels like, now that we've gone through that practice together. I hope that there are elements from that offering that you can take with you into your days and your weeks, and tune into any of those things that we breathed into today when you need them. All right, take good care.